Lucy, in her own words, is driven by that work. It's why she wakes up in the morning, and it's something that she holds a desire to do within the police service.
I think she's involved because she's passionate about it. I've spoken to her about why she does it, and just in our conversations, she reads about it at home, she reads about it all the time. It's something she's desperately passionate about and wants to continue to be passionate about.
Really good. She's really positive. She's really motivates me and the team, and she's really passionate and enthusiastic about everything she does. So it makes me feel the same, really. It's really good.
And the beauty of policing is you don't know, you can have your day planned and you can walk through that door and it's just turned upside down. You never know what you're going to go into. Even when you're going to a job and you're given the circumstances, you can't guarantee that's what you're going to face, and it's the unknown surprise and dealing with incidents spontaneously. And I love that. I find it quite exciting.
Lucy, just not only in my area, but and the LPA as a whole, has had a massive impact. The work she's done, especially with safeguarding and in particular domestic violence, is second to none. I've been in the police for 13 years and I don't think I've ever seen anyone take such a dedicated interest into protecting vulnerable persons as Lucy does. She's what I describe as a role model.
The reason I have a particular interest in domestic abuse is it's the one crime where a victim isn't a one-off victim. Every single day they go home to where they should be safe and they get abused, whether it be verbally, emotionally or physically, and they have to live in that day out, day out.
She will work inside the organisation to develop her colleagues' knowledge, training and abilities, but she will also be an advocate for delivering that knowledge, skill and ability to the community as well.
But it was a victim and she was on briefing because she was high risk and she was a street drinker. She was always with her partner. They did have a flat, but they were always out, and she had broken jaws and she was assaulted regularly. But because she was an alcoholic, we could never get a statement, she'd never support, and there was never any witnesses. We could never prove it. Anyway, after a few weeks of always seeing them together and trying to separate them and being unlucky, one day I saw him in town on his own. Straight away my instinct said, what has happened to her? He's on his own. So I approached him and he said to me, oh no, she's just stayed at home today, she wanted to stay at home. And I knew there was something wrong with her, there had to be, he would not leave her on her own. He looked at me and must have saw something in my eye and started walking away. Obviously he was going home, so I ran, got in the car, blue lighted it to the flat. I heard a moan behind the door, put the door in and got in the flat, and there she was, broken arms, broken legs. She'd been there 3 days. Because she was an alcoholic, she was suffering withdrawals, which is really dangerous for alcoholics. So I got her to hospital and he turned up at the hospital, and I was there with just one other officer who was guarding her. He was a big bloke, but just because of the outrage of it, I managed to just grab him and arrest him, handcuff him and get that done. He went to prison for a long time because she was sober. We managed to get a statement and deal with it. So I'm pretty proud of that job because she's now moved on and broken free from that domestic abuse, and he's in prison where he belongs after years and years of suffering.
Lucy is the kind of person that will go above and beyond, so she will work with domestic abuse charities, delivering training to her peers, going out operationally to deal with domestic abuse incidents. She will do all of this within her normal duty hours, but she'll also find time in her spare time to come in, attend meetings. I know recently she went to neighbouring LPAs to work out how they were dealing with domestic abuse and taking the learning back, bringing it back to Aylesbury Vale LPA. She did all of this in her own time. She commits herself 110% on and off duty to the community, first off, and secondly as a champion in her role for all sorts of things.
Oh, I just don't know how she manages it all, but she does a brilliant job on everything she does.
When I speak to people in the community that I have helped, people are really grateful and they'll come back and they'll tell you. And when I see people sort of 2 or 3 months down the line that have moved on after a crime and they remember me and we have a chat, it's one of them jobs where you get paid to go and help people every single day, and if you think how good it feels, even if someone dropped a piece of paper on the floor and you pick it up and you give it to them, it makes you feel quite good because you've helped someone. And I think this is the job where you get paid to go and help people and feel good about it every day. Get money for it. It's fantastic, you know. No job like it.